Hello, and welcome to Craft Brew Tonight. I'm your host, Hannah, and I'm here with Kelsey Griffin, an expert in the beer industry, to talk about Craft Brew Alliance, also called Brew. Welcome, Kelsey.
Thanks for having me on the show.
My pleasure. As we all know, Craft Brew Alliance recently released their 10K. Can you tell me about any interesting findings in that report?
Overall, Craft Brew had kind of a disappointing year. In particular, Red Hook underperformed. Craft Brew Alliance has even gone so far as to stop brewing Red Hook at its home territory of Woodinville, Washington. Instead, they've entered a contract to allow Pabst to brew Rainier beer at that location. Despite the weak performance of Red Hook, Craft Brew Alliance's Kona brand has been growing stronger. Visits to the brew pub increased with great sales margins, and it was the only brand in their portfolio to see an increase in shipments. People are really responding well to the Kona Big Wave Golden Ale. 2016 was a year in flux, but Craft Brew Alliance has plans for the future.
Interesting. Now, I've been talking to various analysts, and it seems they agree with Brew's strategy because it's leading to increased sales and stock prices. They say the recent acquisition of Kona Brewing has been successful, and the contract renewal with AB InBev was a smart move because it allows them to maintain strong distribution and continue international growth. Would you agree with this?
Yes, I think the analysts are correct. The one thing that Brew should consider is how their international distribution may affect the local craft brew image, as consumers want something that, at least in appearance, is small and local.
That's a great point. Can you tell me about Brew's share price over the past 3 to 5 years and discuss any trends you see?
Brew stocks showed a relatively constant upward trend, which really spiked in August 2016. They had just announced a new innovation brewmaster and plans for expanding production and brands. After this huge increase in stock value, it's been steadily falling, and it's not a very volatile stock. The lower price might be a result of struggling sales, particularly the Red Hook brand. Overall, craft beer growth is slowing down, and people are losing interest in some of Craft Brew Alliance's products. Trends indicate customers want local flavor.
And now when we say Craft Brew Alliance, what does that really mean? What is the Alliance corporate business model or strategy?
The breweries and brands in Craft Brew Alliance preserve their unique flavor and identity. Craft Brew Alliance is trying to capture the small town local spirit of craft brew while simultaneously pooling resources and insider knowledge. All the different brands can pull from the same suppliers, distributor lists, and business knowledge to make their personal brand identity more successful across different markets.
And is that strategy working for them?
It seems to be working well. Craft Brew Alliance has expanded since forming, and its new partnership with Winwood looks promising and causes stock to skyrocket, something unusual when new mergers are announced.
And like we talked about earlier, Brew just renewed their master distribution agreement with AB InBev. In your opinion, was this a good strategy?
This seems to be working in its favor. AB InBev aims to control market share, and it can very easily squeeze out craft beers. Partnering with AB InBev gives Craft Brew Alliance access to AB InBev's distributor network. Craft Brew Alliance also can't handle huge economies of scale on their own, which AB InBev can. With AB aiding and backing Craft Brew Alliance, it can continue to grow and potentially acquire new brands, and maybe even become strong enough to not need AB InBev as a partner in the future.
Interesting. So, should Brew acquire more small breweries? What should they look for, and what should they be willing to pay, if so?
I think they should focus on their current brands first. Red Hook and Widmer are struggling, and the Omission Beer and Square Mile cider sales are down. The brew pubs are what's really bringing in the money for Craft Brew Alliance.
Interesting. So, what should they do with Red Hook and Widmer?
Widmer is Craft Brew Alliance's Defender brand. It's the cornerstone of the alliance. Red Hook is the least profitable and the most difficult brand to sell in its portfolio. Red Hook isn't as popular in its home market of Seattle, which is pretty important to Craft Brew Alliance. They want their brands to be most successful in the place they're brewed because craft beer consumers still want the authentic local beer and not corporate beer. Craft Brew Alliance needs to be prepared to end production or sell Red Hook.
Right. And so if they did decide to sell, what might be a fair dollar valuation for Red Hook and Widmer?
It's hard for me to say, but around $126 million for both. That being said, Red Hook will most likely sell at a discount since it'll be hard to get rid of.
Great. Well, that's all the time we have for now, so thank you for coming into the show.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to take a short commercial break. When we get back, Sarah will be here with representatives from New Craft Brew Alliance in the making. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. I'm Sarah, here with Craft Brew Tonight with Megan and Justin. Can you guys both give us a brief introduction of yourselves?
Hi, I'm Justin, and I'm here to represent Summit Brewing Company.
And I'm Megan. I'm with Southern Tier Brewing Co.
Thanks. We're happy to have you. Tonight I'm here to discuss the proposed alliance. Now, from my understanding, it looks like there are 5 breweries all looking to create an alliance. Can you guys confirm which 5 they are?
Yeah, so it'll be Summit Brewing, Stevens Point Brewing, Victory Brewing, Southern Tier Brewing, and Long Trail Brewing.
Great. I know that oftentimes companies create an alliance because it can lead to financial benefits. I have to ask, what's the worth of each of these companies before the alliance was created, and what's the anticipated worth after the alliance is officially created?
Well, one valuation method used was price per barrel. For Summit and Stevens Point, they were valued at $44 and $48 million. Victory and Southern Tier were valued at $79 and $60 million. And lastly, Long Trail was valued at roughly $73 million.
As far as the EBITDA, Summit Brewing is worth around $154 million. Stevens Point is at $170 million. Victory Brewing is worth $575 million. Southern Tier is worth $434 million, and Long Trail Brewing is worth $531 million. After creating this alliance, the total worth price per barrel will be $305 million, and the EBITDA will be around $1.9 billion.
And have you guys anticipated which costs are going to decrease and increase?
It's actually a very low estimate for all of our companies to create this alliance, which we're all excited about. Our anticipated costs that will increase include our marketing expenses. However, we also anticipated that our production and distribution costs will decrease because as an alliance we'll be splitting these.
Cool. Do you know what value this merger is adding?
Well, all five of us consider each other competitors in this industry, and we believe that by joining together to create this alliance, it will reduce the competitive rivalry.
I believe that Crafting Strategy also calls this rivalrous consolidation.
Great. Also, from my understanding, it looks like consumers in the craft beer industry often want smaller and local companies. Do either of you think that this alliance is going to take away from what the consumers want?
We understand that there will be some reductions that come from forming this alliance. However, we believe that we have a solid consumer base, and we trust that the relationships we've formed with our customers will stick. Also, we believe that this alliance will actually help us better serve our customer base. I believe that all five companies are confident that the reductions outweigh the new opportunities that will come for our five breweries.
As far as your distributors and consumers, how did they react when you told them about the big news?
Our distributors were a bit hesitant at first. Obviously, merging five brands and creating an alliance is going to add significant production and distribution volume to our distributors, so their workload would be increasing as well. We had a few long meetings with them, and we all came out together feeling good about where we were and where we plan to be long term, and we're just excited to continue to work with these guys and grow our brands.
Following what Justin said, our consumers were really excited about the alliance. We know some people might feel like we're selling out, but from what we've seen so far, people are excited to see where this merger will take our brands and hopefully keep them on the market so people can keep enjoying them.
And did you guys have a hard time relaying this information to your distributors and consumers? How did you go about telling them?
As far as our distributors, we knew we'd be adding a bit more volume to the production, and we were a little anxious to break the news to them. But again, they handled it well. In the end, they're excited for us to be growing, and we're going to do what needs to get done to keep us going.
For our consumers, we released a statement, and as I mentioned, we've been getting great feedback so far. We know there will be some hesitations and a few bumps along the way as we work out the merger, but all we can do is hope our customers will stay loyal and just wait to see how our brands grow from this alliance.
Sounds like this alliance is coming with a lot of beneficial factors. Well, thank you guys both so much for coming on the show to talk about these exciting future plans for both your companies. I know I can't wait to see the results of this alliance.
Thanks for having us.
We really enjoyed our time.
Well, that's a wrap. Have a great night, all. This is Sarah on Craft Brew Tonight.